Welcome to my fast news segment channel. You can view quick news in few minutes. Telangana Chief Minister A. Revanth Reddy criticized Srisila BRS MLA KT Ramarao for allegedly attempting to mislead the Legislative Assembly. The CM referred to debate during the discussion on the budget estimate for 2024-25 on Wednesday, July 31st, and accused KTR of using his allotted time to mislead the House. He further accused the former BRS government of rejecting developments in the state, including the proposal for MMTS to the Hyderabad airport. He also questioned handling the Batkamma Sari contract, accusing KTR of fund misappropriation. The Chief Minister stated that despite less than 10 months in office, hundreds of allegations have been levied against the Congress government. You had 10 years of experience in the governance. People also have had their experience. Based on that, they gave their mandate to us, said Revanth Reddy. BRS Working President and MLA KT Ramarao criticized the recently presented Telangana budget for failing to promise anything substantial for the people of Telangana. During a discussion on the budget appropriation bill at the Telangana Legislative Assembly on Wednesday, July 31st, he remarked that Telangana went through impressive growth over last decade under the leadership of former Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao, and added that Congress party tarnishing the image of Telangana but not acknowledging its success solely to score some political brownie point. KTR spoke extremely on a significant strides in economic and social development, presenting an overview of Telangana economic development and policy that properly it. KTR added that Congress government is suffering from KCR phobia and maintained that KCR marks on Telangana growth can never be erased. Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar on Wednesday met Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the national capital and sought more funds for development of Bangalore and irrigation project in the state. He said that Karnataka government had appealed for a gift city like development in Bangalore. Since the request was not considered positively, we had sought more funds for tunnel project, signal free corridor development of main roads and a storm water drain in Bangalore, as well funds for irrigation project, he told the reporters in New Delhi. Shivakumar said Bangalore contributes the second highest tax to the national exchequer, but the city has not got anything in the recent union budget. BRS leader and former IPS officer R.S. Praveen Kumar advised Telangana Chief Minister A. Revanth Reddy to think twice before giving the midday meat scheme contract to the Akshaya Patra Foundation, run by the Hare Ram Hare Krishna Charitable Foundation, an affiliate of the ISKCON Foundation. Praveen Kumar, who served as the Secretary of Telangana Social Welfare Residential Education Institution Society, asked if the meal to be provided by the foundation would have meat dishes along with vegetarian food, adding that currently meat is being served in all residential school and hostel and egg is being given as a part of the midday meal scheme in all government day schools and Anganwadi in the state. Revanth Reddy also indicated that it is going to be implemented all over the state without any wider discussion at all. Please discuss this is on the floor of assembly, at least, he added. BJP has lined up a series of events including the Har Ghar Tiranga campaign from August 11 to August 15 on the occasion of the 78th Independence Day. As a part of Har Ghar Tiranga campaign, BJP leader and workers will take out marches across the country from August 11 to August 14th. Officials of the Anti-Corruption Bureau on July 31st caught Panjagutta Circle 1 Deputy Commissioner Tax Officer Sridhar Reddy while demanding and accepting a bribe amount of rupees 2 lakh. According to ACB, he was accepting a bribe from a private firm owner to finalize an audit and close a notice. Bribe amount was recovered from the Deputy Commissioner Tax Officer and the contact portion surfaced of his office table yielded positive in chemical test, stated the ACB. Leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi on Wednesday asserted that the India bloc would pull farmers out of the debt trap by providing them with the weapons of legal guarantee for MSB. He made the remark while congratulating farmers from Telangana on the launch of the second phase of the state government crop loan waiver scheme with an outlay of more than rupees 6,198 crore, which will benefit about 6.4 lakh farmers' families. AIMIM floor leader Akbaruddin Owaisi on July 29th, dangerous infection known as norovirus has been spreading to contaminated water, where doctors are reporting 100 cases each day. Norovirus has officially taken hold of Hyderabad, causing a sudden outbreak that overwhelmed the healthcare professional. The whole city, including area like Dabirpura, Yakutpura, Mughulpura and others have been particularly affected, said Akbaruddin Owaisi in the assembly. He emphasized that 2 or 3 patients have died due to water pollution. Owaisi asked the government to respond to the situation by implementing necessary measures and, if required, setting up special wards to care for the patients. Moved over, BJP MP Anurag Thakur cast jibe at the leader of Lok Sabha in the House. The opposition benches chanted slogans like "Have shame," "Modi Sarkar Samne Aao," "Modi government come forward" and others. On Tuesday, while addressing the Lok Sabha, BJP MP Anurag Thakur said those who caste is unknown should not talk about Sensex. Some people talk about OBC, but for them OBC stand for only for brother-in-law commission. This party will talk about other backward castes, the BJP MP said on Tuesday. The slogan shouting continued a day after the massive landslides struck Kerala. Wayanad. Disparate scenes were witnessed with the rescue team reaching the destroyed houses and frantically searching for missing people, even as the death toll on Wednesday reached 176 and 98 still missing. The worst affected area include Churalpara, Vellari, Mala, Munda, Kaila and Pottukalu. The locals from this area who managed to escape are deeply shattered by the extent of the devastation. Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah on Wednesday said that the people of the state must question the anti-Dalit union government for not using the budget funds meant for the development of the community. What moral authority does the union government have to question a Congress government when it unjustly use the budget fund meant for the rightful development of Dalits by not implementing the scheduled caste sub-plan or tribal sub-plan scheme at the national level? Siddaramaiah asked Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman is shedding crocodile tears for a Dalit, has called for questioning the Karnataka government regarding welfare of SC/ST. Nirmala Sitharaman, if you care so much about Dalit, implement the SCSB or TSP scheme and allow 25% of union budget in proportion to Dalit population, then question us. Until then, it could be wish for you to remain silent, the Chief Minister said. Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan termed on July 31st baseless. Union Home Minister Amit Shah claimed that the state government did not heed the centre warning regarding a possible natural calamity in Wayanad due to heavy rain. Vijayan said that the Indian Meteorological Department has only issued an orange alert in the district head of the landslide. However, the district received over 572 millimeters of rainfall, which was extremely higher than what was predicted by the Indian Meteorological Department. Says that the central government should consider this issue seriously. A part of addressing climate change, effective measures should be taken to prevent the impending disaster. To reiterate, this is not a time for blaming each other. We are currently confronting a disaster, and many people are left in a disparate and distinguished condition, Vijayan said. Telangana Chief Minister Revant Reddy is in the center of a storm after his remark about BRS women MLA in the State Assembly session ignited a controversy. Reddy comments on Wednesday led to the BRS MLA walking out of the assembly demanding an apology from the Chief Minister. The uproar began during a debate on the Pharma City project when BRS working president K.T. Ramarao criticized officials for misleading the government on investment matter. In response, Chief Minister Revant Reddy advised Rao against trusting certain BRS members, specifically referring to former Minister P. Sabita Indra Reddy and Sunita Lakshman Reddy seated behind Rao. Sister sitting behind you have early sat here, back stabbed here and bent there. If you listen to those sisters, then you will have to sit a Jubilee bus stand, Reddy said. KTR condemned Reddy's statement, labeling it an insult to all women in Telangana, not just the two MLAs. He expressed concern over the Chief Minister's speech and demanded an unconditional apology, stating that such comments are unbecoming of someone in a Reddy position. In his defense, Reddy dismissed the criticism, accusing Sabita Indra Reddy of betraying the Congress party by joining the BRS. He contended that his comments were a reflection of the political action rather than a personal attack. After an active monsoon season, Hyderabad is expected to see average to above normal rainfall in August. It is predicted by meteorologists that the rain in late August will be very heavy. Excessive rains are predicted primarily from mid-August. Meteorologist Balaji Rani stated the first week of August is anticipated to have light drizzles of rain, but as the month goes on, heavy downpour are predicted. Former India cricketer Ayushmann Gaikwad died on Wednesday after a long battle with cancer. He was 71. Gaikwad played 40 Tests and 15 ODIs for India. He was also the coach of the Indian team that finished runner-up at the 2000 ICC Champion Trophy. Gaikwad was undergoing treatment for blood cancer at the King College Hospital in London before returning back to country. The last month, the BCCI gave ₹1 crore for Gaikwad treatment, and members of the 1983 World Cup winning team also did their bit to help the cricketer. Sub-register offices across the city, including those in Gachibowli, Gandipet, Rajendranagar and Kutbullapur, witnessed heavy crowd on Wednesday as property buyers rushed to complete their registration ahead of the proposed revision of land market value set to take effect from August 1st. In addition to the long queues at the SRO's document writer establishment were packed with the property buyer holding documents, eager to finalize their transaction. Chief Minister A. Revant Reddy declared that international cricketer Mohammad Siraj and two-time world champion boxer Nikhil Zareen will be awarded Group 1 job by the state government. The proposal is set for approval in the upcoming cabinet meeting on Thursday. Addressing the Legislative Assembly, Revant Reddy celebrated right-arm fast bowler Siraj's contribution to Indian cricket, especially his pivotal role in India T20 World Cup victory. The Chief Minister also criticized the previous BRS government failing to fulfill their promise of a Group 1 job for Nikhil Zareen. Despite her remarkable achievement in boxing, the Group 1 appointment would grant this sports star direct entry into high-ranking positions such as Deputy Superintendent of Police should they opt to join the police force. This initiative is a part of the Telangana government effort to honor and reward exceptional athletes who bring pride to both the state and the nation. The Enforcement Directorate on Wednesday raided the AP Mahesh Bank head office at Banjara Hills as also the residence and office chairman Ramesh Kumar Bang linked to irregularities of rupees 300 crores in a bank. The ED collected documents related to regular banking of the past few years at the bank headquarters and 5 other places. Ramesh Bang, Umesh Chand and Purushottam Das allegedly forged documents and indulged in illegal disbursement of loan worth over rupees 300 crore. A year ago, the shareholder associate filed a complaint against Section 200 of the CRPC before a magistrate court seeking its direction to the police. The court referred the petition to the police and the Banjara Hills police was asked to register an FIR. The ED action came now. It is likely to summon AP Mahesh Bank management for questioning. Chief Minister A. Revant Reddy has announced that Congress government will fashion a fourth city in Muchirala in addition to the existing 3 cities of Hyderabad, Secunderabad and Cyberabad. Speaking in the assembly on Wednesday, the Chief Minister unveiled his vision for a new city of international standard and housing a skilled university, sports university and a medical and health hub. Apart from other, the previous government acquired thousands of acres of land in Mucherla for setting up a pollution causing pharma city, but the Congress government will turn this land into an international hub for economic and development activities, the Chief Minister said. The Minister also said that the government would soon come up with a new policy for agriculture, sports, IT, industry and energy. This will together act as economic growth engine for Telangana, he said, adding that Muchirala would focus on all these activities. Former Deputy Chief Minister of Tripura Vishnu Deva Verma took oath as Governor of Telangana at a ceremony in Raj Bhavan on Wednesday. Telangana High Court Chief Justice Alok Aradhe administered the oath of office to the new Governor. Chief Secretary Shanti Kumari read the warrant of appointment issued by President Draupadi Murmu. At the swearing-in ceremony, Chief Minister A. Revant Reddy and others presented bouquet to the new governor. The Enforcement Directorate Hyderabad's provisionally attached movable and immovable asset having market value of 71.6 crore belonging to level accused for cheating IDBI Bank through ghost fish tank loan totaling 311 crore. The attached property include agricultural land, commercial sites and plots in AP and Telangana. ED also froze 15.5 lakh in bank account. The properties of Nerala Venkata Ram Mohan and 10 others were attached under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act for fraudulent Kisan credit card fish tank loan from IDBI Bank Rajamani. The fish tank never exited on the ground level, acted as aggregator for Kisan credit card fish tank loan of 311 crore sanctioned to 350 borrower and were ultimate beneficiary. They also alleged to have conspired with IDBI official others by using fabricated documents in the name of employee relatives, benamis, farmers ineligible for such loan. Further, the value of collateral offered against the loan was inflated in connivance with the valuers, the ED said. Bangalore grappled with a surge in dengue cases. Bruhat Bangalore Mahanagara Palika within the city civics administrative agency has identified 30 hotspots across the city. The daily dengue cases count has escalated from an average of 200 to 225 to 230, highlighting the intensifying nature of the outbreak. The reporter stated. The BBMP Chief Commissioner Tushar Girinath spoke to reporter, elaborate that these hotspots are designated when 2 or more dengue cases are reported within a 100-meter radius and are updated based on the current case data. Telangana Board of Intermediate Education announced on Wednesday that the headline for admission into first year intermediate for the academic year 2024-25 has been extended to August 20, 2024. Principals of all intermediate colleges are advised to complete admission by this new deadline. Students and parents are encouraged to enroll only in affiliated college with a list of these institutions available on the TGBIE official website acadtgie.cgg.gov.in and tgbie.cgg.gov.in. The announcement applies to all types of colleges including government, private, aided, private, unaided, cooperative, TG residential, TG social welfare residential, TG tribal welfare residential, TG model school, KGBV, TG minority welfare, TGBC welfare, incentive junior colleges and composite degree college. GHMC began its field survey in some area of the city here on Tuesday to implement and integrate a geographic information system for planning and developing Greater Hyderabad to leverage its citizen-centric service. The service commenced at locality including Uppal, Hayatnagar, Haidarnagar, Kukatpalli, KBHB Colony, Miapur and Chandanagar. As a part of the survey, every property and utility in Greater Hyderabad would be mapped and get referred, ensuring that property information is transparent. This would help in solving problems related to property tax and online payment will become easier. The high resolution mapping makes the details of road, parks and other facilities clear. The survey will extend across the city in the coming day along with a drone survey press released. Watch the channel, press the bell icon to get latest notification of news. Like, share and subscribe my channel.